Better luck next time, loser.
Showtime! Woo! 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 Silent and profiling. Woo! It's live and in color. Woo!
Woo! Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am Tommy. Joining me is my main man, Mr. Mikey, also known as the Apex Man. And yes, the Buffalo Bills have defeated the Kansas City Chiefs. Man, it was a dogfight. It really was. And I thought the defense was solid today for the most part. And the offense, man, they played a good game against a very sound defense. There was times that they were a little shaky, but that's a great defense. And to put up 30 against that team, by the way, first time they allowed 30 points all season long.
First time
Kansas City Chiefs.
They've allowed 30 in like 30 games.
Exactly. So, how y'all feeling out there, Mafia? You know what I want to do without even
out there in the chat. A lot of love out there in the chat. The chat is loving it. Sophia with the super chat. Play of the year in the NFL, CBS.
Let's do it. Let's get it.
Yes. I'm not sure it was the.
Go ahead.
I'm not sure it was the play of the year, as there was a Hail Mary, but for the stakes.
Oh yeah.
But for the actual stakes of it, on 4th and 3, only up 2. Could have kicked a field goal to go up 5. If we don't get it there, all they have to do is go down and kick a field goal with 2 minutes and some change.
Yeah. And
I'll tell you, McDermott was ballsy today. I gotta tip my cap to him.
He really was, man. He trusted the offense to do their job, man, and they did just that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was all up for that 4th down. I was. Listen, man, you're gonna beat the best. You got to go for it.
Yeah, like listen, that's what Tony Romo was saying. He's like, you go for the kill. You don't play Patrick Mahomes to, you don't play to lose. You play to win.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You can't play scared. And I'll tell you, that last drive, even up 9, we started off playing scared, and then we brought everybody back up, and we stopped doing that. Like, because when we went up 9 the first time, they went on a 10-play, 70-yard drive, and just
easy peasy. Yeah,
it was soft zone defense. It took 5 minutes off the clock. So they learned. Maybe that's a Bobby Babich thing. He learned after that one and started playing, tighter. Yeah,
and that's how you do it. You still got to put pressure on Mahomes. You still got to play physical, man. But I gotta say that was one of our most complete games of this season, as far as offense helping defense helping offense. Like
special
it
teams,
really
outside of
special teams. Yeah, outside of Bass's extra point miss.
Yeah.
You got to get better than that, Bass. That's 4 on the season. I'm not going to kill you on the game because we won the game. However,
that could have hit us.
It could have been
doesn't run for a touchdown and they get the ball back.
Absolutely,
they can.
They win by
1. Win by 1.
Yeah, and then we're talking about that. Absolutely, can't leave points off the board. Period. And I don't. It's a pet peeve of mine. Don't leave points off the board. So Bass has to do better. It looked close, though. I gotta say, though, it looked like it went in, but they said it wasn't.
It was so high, it went over the thing. You can't.
Yeah. I know.
But listen, you can't leave it to the refs. We always say, just like in MMA, just like in boxing, you can't leave it to the judges.
Right, exactly. Kick that shit down the middle.
Scotty wants that horn, brother.
Oh, you want that horn? I got you, Scotty.
I got you.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
I should play it for him. I should
go ahead. Yeah, he owes you, Scotty.
I owe you. I got to find it first. Where is it?
It's a third one. I got it.
I owe him one.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I do owe him one. So here you go.
Oh, another Scotty.
I owed him that one. I owed him that one.
That's true. He did owe you that one, Scotty.
It was a great game. Like, it was everything you wanted in a game. We were talking about it on Friday. It wasn't about okay, if we win or lose, right? I told you I didn't care one way or the other. Like, it wasn't gonna tell me something about the Bills. It wasn't gonna, unless we got like run out of the building.
Right.
Like, I knew the Bills were good. I knew the Chiefs were good. What it does is just shuts the stupid media up who says we can't beat a good team. That's all this.
I had that on. By the way, I did a pregame show, Mikey. I don't know who, first probably a troll, but he was like, "You guys beating cupcakes," and I'm like, "Okay, right, whatever."
You can't drop 30 on anybody,
right?
Only cupcakes. Well, we dropped 30 on the best defense in the league,
right?
Well, shut the hell up,
right.
They're like, well,
but they'll come up with something else.
You got ran out of the building by the Ravens. Okay, we had a really bad day against the Ravens, and that's going to happen.
Right.
And it was early in the season. We're not that same team.
No, and
Neither
we're getting
are the Ravens, by the way.
Yep, and we're getting and by the way, the Ravens lost today.
Yes.
So much for their like nobody can beat the almighty Ravens. They can be beaten. We just had a bad game. Okay.
I called 31-17. I was close. Would have gotten it right. The 31 if it wasn't for Bass. Yeah, Bass screws you every time.
There you go. Yeah, it's been. I had it 27-23. So I was.
Yep, and I had it 27-24.
So we were all pretty close with the 9.
I mean, I didn't see a 9-point win. I thought
we'd
win by
I thought 6-7, something like that.
7, something like that. I thought
the
it'd be
most
a 1
7
score win.
Yeah,
it's the first 2-score game between these guys since the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, since 2020. That's wild, huh?
Yeah. Isn't it great that Josh is overrated, right?
Dude, that run at the end there. Man, that's vintage Josh, bro.
That's what we haven't seen in a while. We haven't seen that. Really, we haven't seen that since the Steelers playoff game.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
He doesn't pull that out very often anymore.
No, he doesn't. But man, did he decide to pull it out in this game, boy? Because that was and let me tell you a few others too before we really get dialed in. Khalil Shakir is that dog, man. Dude, that dude is unreal. Amari Cooper went quiet in the second half, and I don't know how that has to do with his wrist injury because he started off hot and it was cold second half, but he made some big plays for us in the first half that led to points. So I thought Cooper stepped up. I thought Curtis Samuel, guys, had his best game yet.
He looks like he's getting healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And I don't mean to cut you off, but
it's fine.
I was texting you this during the game. I'm like, man, Samuel looks the best he's looked since he's been a Bill.
Absolutely, and we're going on a bye week.
Yep.
Which will help him even more, with that turf toe, because that's really what's going on. But you're right. He is definitely looking like he's getting back to form, right? Mm-hmm. And I think Joe Brady's starting to dial it up more because of that.
Dude, that was a playoff atmosphere.
Oh yeah.
I gotta give it to Mafia. They came out, showed out, man. That place was rocking.
Shout out to Aramis, by the way, who was at the game. I did a pregame. He was in the box on one of the up top there. So, and it's one of the suites. I mean, yeah. So yeah, man, I'm sure he's going crazy right now.
PHF, this is a really good call. The refs didn't play a part in this game.
They didn't. However,
they missed.
Why did they miss the terrible face mask? On the running back who was can't believe I'm faltering his name.
Who's Johnson or
Johnson. Okay, and then they did not challenge or not challenge. They did not look at that last play or the play before that. That should I gotta say it looked like it hit the ground, like the ball hit the ground.
It was close.
Why not? Yeah, but why not? Why
they should have looked at it, but they didn't.
And they had time. It wasn't like
I know. Then they called timeout.
Right. So I don't understand how
Maybe they looked at it. Maybe they looked at it and they realized that it wasn't going to be.
It was so close.
No angle that showed if it actually hit the ground or not.
I thought I saw a good angle of it kind of move on the ground, but hey, it is what it is. I still would have liked.
So did the other guy, the ref, analyst. He thought it hit the ground too, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Those things happen. There was a few missed calls in the game on both sides. Like there was a couple calls where they missed where I thought we got there early and they didn't call it.
I thought it was fair.
It was pretty fair, and
they missed a few. That's going to happen.
It was one of the better ref games I've seen recently.
Yeah. Like I said,
it wasn't
get
involved at the end. It was just they let the two teams play it out.
Yeah, it wasn't egregious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like nothing was, except for, like I said, the face mask was very obvious to me. And by the way, Sean McDermott, I don't know who called that challenge, and I'm guessing Perry let him. That was a terrible challenge.
Hope not.
That was the only one
where something else, because I don't know what the hell he was looking at.
I didn't see anything on that play that said that should be a challengeable play. You got to be, man, Perry, if that was you, bud, what were you seeing? I would like to know. I really would. Oh, we got a super chat.
Yeah,
all right, let me hit that.
Tim.
Yeah, let me hit that train horn for you, Tim. Yeah.
Oh, only gave us one this time.
Oh man.
Only gave us one this time. But no, it was one of those things. Tim comes in and says, "Hey guys, really happy we won, but we've seen this story before, and now we got to beat them when it matters in January." However, we have not seen this story before. This is the first time we beat them in Buffalo.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, in Buffalo. Yeah, that's correct.
We were 0-2 against them in Buffalo.
But I'm with you as well. Like and we talked about this on Friday Night Lights, that obviously the playoffs is where it matters the most, right? Where we have struggled. But I will say though, man, this is a little momentum for the guy, for the team. Considering we have guys out, guys hurt, and we went against the 9-0, one of the best defenses in the NFL, and took care of business. So, man, it has to feel good, even though it's a regular season game. We know that when we get healthy guys back, that we could compete with that team. I really truly believe
we're getting both sides of the ball back too, because we're gonna get Kincaid back, we're gonna get Coleman back. We're gonna get on the defense side Smoot and Carter and Milano.
Yeah,
and say what you want, but Smoot was one of our better DNs for in the middle of the season. He was playing really well when he got hurt.
He was.
Yeah,
so sorry, go ahead.
It's nice that Samuel's finally healed enough to play. You're right.
Yeah,
and before you move on, Amy talked about said nervous about Dawkins' ankle. Dawkins taped it up and went back in, and now he has basically
a bye week.
A bye week to get healed up. So I think he'll be okay.
Yeah. Who was I gonna say? I thought Jordan Phillips did okay today. Out there, he pressured Mahomes, did as good as he could. I thought he didn't play too bad.
Brings that dog to him. He's not what he used to be.
Yeah,
but he's fantastic.
But he was getting after him.
ET 5. 4.
Yeah,
like he's good
absolutely.
There.
I thought they got after him pretty good. Yeah. The whole line really. The four created a lot of pressure today. Rousseau, Vaughn. Yeah, Rousseau.
AJ was chippy today. He got 2 personal foul calls.
Did he get 2? I saw one. That was
one. He got after the interception. He got called on, so it moved us back 15 yards. Because someone did something and he went over and stuck up for his guy. And the second one, he stuck up for his guy.
I missed that. I don't know why.
Like both of them were him sticking up for
I saw the second one. I don't know why I missed the first.
The first one was right off the get when
about the interception. Oh, okay. I didn't even know. I don't know why I missed that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, either way, I still thought he played. I like to tip that play where it was a little screen. If he doesn't hit that, tip that ball. That guy's
going for a long way.
A 20, 30 yards. I mean, there's a lot of
big long arms out in the way.
Yeah, and you got to do that. We talked about that pregame. Put your arm, start hitting DTs, get your hands up. Start batting some. We did that well last year. I thought this year we weren't doing it so well, but this game we got our hands up.
I'm with you on that. Mr. Fulton comes in, and he had the funeral. I'm sorry. Prayers are with us.
Oh, the most interesting man in the chat, Mr. Fulton and Tommy, our Colts won. They're not my Colts, but hey, the Colts did win. I did not think they were going to win.
They beat the Jets.
The Jets. By the way, I picked the Jets to win, right, on my AFC shakedown. I really thought that they listen. My God, I didn't realize. I mean, I know they're bad, Mikey, but at home, man, they're terrible. They're terrible.
Oh man, what about the drop or the out of bounds play by
Bro? I forgot about that.
Whoa, early big miss,
50-yard, it was like a 40-yard, 50-yard pass, wide open. Plenty of he could have easily dragged both feet in. That was bad. That was bad.
By the way, you didn't hear from him in the second half at all.
Second half, no, we shut that shit down. Other than that, wasn't that in the second half though of that play? That
no,
was.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it was
second half. I think
it
was the first play of the second half after we punted.
Yes, it was the second half, and then after that, he was nothing.
Josh missed the tight end open. He underthrew him, but Josh had a few deep balls today.
He did. He
also took a down scored on that one too.
He actually lofted one, which he very rarely lofts a pass to Amari. Like that thing up there.
Two of them. Both of them were lofted to Amari, and he ran under. Maybe it's because Amari's wrist. He knew he could only throw moon balls to him. I wish he lofted the one down to what is our backup tight end's name? I can't think of it.
Oh, Davidson?
No, the other one.
Quentin.
Morris.
Yeah, Quentin Morris. Yeah.
If he would have thrown that on a rope, he probably would have gotten him. But he tried to loft it, and he threw it.
Underthrew it. Yeah, and he was he was also rolling out, so throwing at the same time, which makes it a tougher pass. I still think he could have got it. He just he should have rifled that one in there.
Man, TB got me so hyped. He's so good when he's healthy. The problem is he's so little, he gets hurt. But man, when he's on the field, he is just a game changer.
Absolutely.
Him and Sharon are like the same way. They're just game changers, man.
They are. Yeah.
How about Benford ripping that one out from D-Hop on the D-Hop?
Dude, you're right. That was a good one too. Yeah. So many plays we were probably gonna miss today. It's all right.
Well,
because there's a lot
tomorrow night.
Yeah, we'll be back on tomorrow at 9, guys. But there was a lot of really good hard-nosed plays by the offense and defense today. I thought the O-line, I would say, if we're going to say anything negative today, I thought the O-line run blocking was
I thought the O-line blocking in general was good.
Yeah, in general, but the run blocking was terrible. It's a very good line. He did. But the very good line against a O-line that was banged up. Don't get me wrong. No Spencer Brown. That hurts. Mm-hmm. So I kind of get it. So I'll give him a bit of a pass.
Vandermark played really well in his spot.
Yeah. RVD. Not bad.
I mean, coming off the bench, he did it. He wasn't getting bullied.
No, Edwards got bullied. But that's normal.
That's Jones bullies everybody.
Right. Like I'm not even going to complain because you're going against one of the best. He's going to bully you. Yeah,
he's the best now that Aaron Donald is gone. He's like He's a man child. We didn't let him disrupt the game today.
That's true. Yeah. Nope.
Sophia Miller showed up. Vaughn came up with a couple big plays for us. Groot came up with some big plays for us. You know who returned was Ed Oliver. Ed Oliver was all over the place today. He was making noise on our defensive line today. I thought Daquan played really well.
Austin Johnson I was just about to say though, because Daquan played well, that helps Ed Oliver. Every time Daquan steps up,
we need to get
telling you, like if Daquan can
tech.
Right, yes, because that will help out Ed Oliver immensely. I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah. First and second down offense. We lived in third and long all day today. And me and Tommy were texting about this during the game. We did not do well on first and second down today at all.
No.
Josh
I thought it was
bailed us out over and over and over on third and longs.
Yeah. Some of the play calling I didn't like either on first or second down. We weren't getting much
problems.
Yeah, we weren't getting we just 1 yard, 2 yards, just not I thought we went to the wide receiver screen pass one too many times. They were kind of knowing what we were going to do there.
Josh was trying to get him out quick too, so he was missing some of them.
Yeah, he missed the one. Yes, he missed the one that was
they were
easy.
coming. He had to get him out quick.
Yeah, but that's when you switch it. Like, that's where I go back to Joe Brady having to mix things up a little bit more than going back. Like, that's what I'm talking about when it comes to Joe Brady.
Yeah, I think part of it was execution. I don't want to put it all on Joe Brady. We had we agreed to disagree on Joe Brady a little bit today during the game. I do think the game plan was very simple. I think he kept it simple for a reason. I don't think his game plans are basic. And you've said it's very basic and simple. I think they're simple. I don't think they're basic. I
think they are. Listen, I don't think I'm not saying that in the course of a game. I'm saying at times he can be very basic and simple. And I feel like Joe Brady needs to eventually, as an OC, that's all I'm saying. As an OC, he has to throw something different out there, Mikey. Is all I'm saying. You like go up tempo here and there, switch it up. You get what I'm saying? Like when you go to the well way too many times, the defenses are going to eventually go, okay, they're doing wide receiver and pass. Okay, they're running it down, or they're running on first down. Okay, like you get what I'm saying? That's when. Yes,
I understand it,
but it needs predictable, and we've talked about that.
Executed some of these. It looks so bad on him because the execution is so poor.
Yeah, but it's also predictable.
But because when we're blocking it up and we're getting 4, 5, 6, 7 on first down, we're like, oh, it was great. Great game call today. So the outcome predicts some of those things. Now, some of it was predictable, like the stupid shotgun runs. I hate those.
Shotgun draws.
I want to hit Weston.
Yeah.
Who's our resident Chiefs fan who's always here.
He said it. He did predict it.
Listen, you guys didn't want to go undefeated anyways. You didn't. Nobody wants to go undefeated. You need to lose. I'm glad we could help accommodate that for you. Because if you're going to lose to someone, it might as well be us.
Right. Not the Browns or something. Right.
Yeah. If you're going to lose, at least say, you know what, we lost to a good team. You know what I mean? So, I actually thought the Chiefs offense looked better today than they have in recent games.
It's because the way we play, though, Mikey. It's the way we play our defense. Like the Dolphins look really good. You know what I mean? Like it's our style of defense. But I'll tell you what was different in this game is when we got in the red zone. I felt like we tightened up a little bit more in this game than we did against Miami, who when they got in the red zone, they scored with ease. I thought we tightened it up a little bit. Now they've had a couple. They scored a couple, but it wasn't. But look at their overall point. I mean, I'm just saying. I thought
they were 3 for 3 in the red zone.
Oh, were they? Shit. Oh, excuse me.
I'm pretty sure they were 3 for 3 in the red zone.
We tightened up in the red zone. 3 for 3.
We made them.
Might have been. You're right. I think you're right because they went 2 to the tight end, and then they had. Who was the third? Who was the third? Because 2 went to the tight end, and 1 went to. Another tight end. I think it was all 3. Actually, it was the third tight end.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Correct?
I know Mahomes had 3 touchdowns.
So I'm wrong on that. Yeah. So yeah, I guess overall we got to tighten up on red zone. Then
I mean, we made it harder for him. They didn't just go right in. It was always.
I don't know why I was thinking we didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they went 3 for 3 in the red zone. Overall, I don't know.
3 tight ends.
I thought their offense looked better today. I think they made a mistake by not running the ball more because it was getting 5-6 yards a pop on us.
I'm wrong. It was Worthy was the touchdown. He was the first, and then it was 2 to Gray. Worthy had the touchdown.
Josh needs to relax. He had time. Brown replacement played better than Brown. He did not have time, dude. I don't know what you were watching. Josh did not have time back there at all today.
There was times he did, but for the most part, he was under pressure. I mean, I have to go back and watch, but there was times he had some. They did give him time, but I would say for the most part he didn't have a lot of time to go through his reads. That's for sure. And of course the running backs had no room.
So there's a few times that Josh, we're like, oh, if he could have held the ball, another second longer, someone came open, and just the pressure got to him. So I'm not sure. I don't agree. I don't think there was much time. Sonny.
Man, long time, Alaska, bro. How you been? I'm gonna hit you this real quick. Hold on. if you don't know, Sonny used to be. He did a few shows with us over here, and that dude's from Alaska. He's a diehard Bills fan, and shout out to you, Sonny, man, because man, you keep it real, man. I love you, Sonny, man. Thank you, thank you for showing up.
Yep. Appreciate the super chat, brother. Also, he says, we'll meet again in January. Good win. Allen is MVP. Put his cape on. Go Bills. I don't know if Allen will be the MVP. I don't know if Allen's stats are going to be enough to get him MVP this year, because in past years, Allen would have taken the 2 Cook touchdowns. So he only ended up with 2 touchdowns today, 1 running, 1 passing.
Yeah, but the leader, right, who would say most people would say was Lamar, didn't have the greatest game today either. Right,
he had what, 1 touchdown,
one and one.
Yeah,
16 to 33, 207. I'm just saying, like, I still think they'll wind up giving it to Lamar more than if he keeps pace the way he's playing. But I really don't care either. Got another one. Here we go.
Cat comes and says, I am so glad we get our bye week because we need it. We do.
Absolutely.
We're getting beat up. Yeah.
I need it. I need the break.
Are we taking a bye week this week?
No, we'll still be on, but I need the break of, just that stress level. Just having that. Yeah, just that weekend of just watching other teams. You know what I mean? Like, not really having to worry about, the Bills this weekend. More so about just us getting healthy. That's what I want to hear. Guys coming back.
Happy Thanksgiving to our Bills. Enjoy the bye week. Enjoy your victory Monday as well.
I can't wait for Thanksgiving. Awesome. 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving.
Tommy, what's your record this year with the Molds jersey?
Well, I've worn it all year.
Right?
So yeah,
9-2.
9-2. So I normally in years past, I would change the jersey out, but this year I'm sticking with Molds. I'm going to just ride with it, and 9-2. So yes, Molds is my hero right now.
Yes, he is. And he's training our young stud, which is awesome.
He is. That's a good question by Mr. Fulton. Go ahead, Mike. Answer that for the most interesting man in the chat.
Favorite Thanksgiving food?
Ooh, we got Mikey thinking.
I love to make little Thanksgiving sandwiches. Take a roll, take some turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, all that stuff. Throw some gravy on it, and then eat it up. But if I had to just pick one, it's probably pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin pie.
Oh, dude.
I love pumpkin pie. And I only eat it at Thanksgiving.
Cool Whip.
Yep.
Yeah, me too. And I fucking kill them, man. I get so fat.
I love pumpkin pie, and I only eat it at Thanksgiving. I know you can eat it around the year, but it's like a Thanksgiving.
You can. And I like it cold. I know some people like it warm. I put it in the fridge.
Cold too.
Yep. I put Cool Whip on that mo, and I just tear it up. I will say this, though. Stuffing, I love if it's done right. Not that, crunch. I've had some terrible stuffing, by the way. But I'm talking that nice, soft stuffing, bro. It's so bad. But, yeah, man. I'm not huge on turkey, by the way. But I like
ham better.
Exactly. But I do like, I will say this. If there's cranberry sauce, I'll eat, if it's white turkey. Yeah. See, I like cranberry on the turkey. And then, but yeah, dude, I honestly, I'll be honest.
Turkey.
Most Thanksgiving food, honestly, most of it is awesome. Yeah. There's not much I won't pass up on.
Exactly.
You see me? I mean, I don't pass up on much, so in general.
Touche, brother. I get that. I'm with you on that. I understand that. Vandermark, not bad, Tommy. Don't you disrespect my man from UConn. I thought Vandermark played really well.
I said RVD. What did I say about RVD?
Nothing.
I said Edwards had a little tough going, but it's understandable. I never disrespected RVD.
Man, they was undressing Greg all day. I don't think me and Kato watched the same game.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't agree with that, but
I thought Rousseau played fantastic today.
Yeah. Listen, man. One thing I gotta say this. Another thing too. It is very, very difficult to get to Mahomes because that dude He may not be the fastest quarterback in the world, but he knows how to move around the pocket. He's slick. Like, that's why he's a Super Bowl champion. Like, that's what makes him special. Him and Josh are very alike when it comes to evading stacks. So trust me when I tell you, Gregory Rousseau and Von Miller and them boys got to him today. They may have not have sacked him multiple times. I got to look at the stat sheet, but they put pressure on him. And I know they did get to him a few times, I believe. But just getting pressure on him, look what happens. Interceptions. The very first play was because he had pressure.
Mm-hmm.
There was no sack on that play, Mikey. No one's going to talk about the pressure. We all going to talk about the interception. Correct? But nobody's talking about what led to the interception. It was pressure, and it was a bad throw. So, guys, you got to understand that, like, pressure matters a lot. Like, of course, I want to get to the quarterback, but pressures cause turnovers. Pressures cause mistakes. And you saw it on the very first play or first series of the drive by Mahomes and the turnover. And that's because of pressure. So, yeah.
Yeah. Overall, we had 7 QB hits on him today. We had 2 sacks. Von Miller and Terrell Bernard. Those were the 2 sacks.
Bernard got him too.
I would love to look at the advanced metrics on this. I bet you we had pressure 60% of the game on him.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Absolutely.
We were bringing the heat.
I would like to see, because I forget who got the pressure on the very first interception he threw.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see who got that pressure in for him to make that mistake, because clearly the pocket collapsed, right? It was somebody involved there. So I got to go back because I honestly don't remember who got it. It got in on him, but yeah.
Sorry about Hamlin's consistently out of position. I thought, listen, Hamlin's not Poyer or Hyde.
No,
he is an average starting safety. He's an above average backup.
I'm with you there. I'm with you.
That's what he is.
And right
if
now,
you're expecting more, I'm sorry. You need to lower your expectations of him.
Absolutely.
Him to be an average safety here.
And I don't think he's going out, and he's not. I don't think he's losing that job either.
No.
You're listen. You were 9-2 with him on there, right? The defense is playing pretty damn good. They're not going to just mix it up all of a sudden for the rookie. Even though we think the rookie will have it next year, right now it's Hamlin's job, and I don't think Hamlin's gonna. I don't think he's gonna lose it. I really don't, unless injury.
Worthy got the TD.
Yeah, so I said Worthy got the first. I forgot about that. Yeah. Worthy got the first on the other two. Yeah, exactly. Yep. I forgot about the Worthy initially, but I did say that.
Mr. Fulton's gonna write us an original song for our show.
Man, you are very nice, Mr. Fulton.
Send that to Tommy. He would love to hear it.
Yes. Maybe I'll put a little beat to it.
No, that holding on Benford was not a holding. Did Benford get called for a holding? I don't remember.
Yes, he did. I forget what quarter that was, but he did. Was that the fourth quarter? Was that the last drive?
I know he got called for a PI in the end zone when he wrapped his arm around.
It was a hole. That was absolutely pass interference.
Mahomes is at
I don't know which play.
Parties. Oh, it's funny. Squash. I don't like pumpkin pie cookies. Okay, I'm with you on that.
All right.
Best part about Thanksgiving is the turkey sandwiches.
I do like those too, man. Yeah. Yes, those are good. I'm with you there.
Have you ever tried deep fried turkey, Tommy? I have not tried deep fried turkey.
I have not either, and everybody says how good it is. I definitely would like to.
Yep. Jones got in on Mahomes on the first. Yeah, Jones was the reason why he got
the pick. Well, there
you
go.
Mahomes was stepping up, and Jones played his gap. We talked about being gap sound on Fridays. One of the keys of the game, and the Bills did that all day.
Yeah,
because Mahomes had that one run that got called back. Outside of that, he had 0 carries today.
Yeah, I thought we did okay against the run today. By the way, Kareem Hunt, I still like that dude. I still think that dude is a great pickup every time he's a free agent. I'm like, why wouldn't any team? He still has something in the tank. Like,
and I'm gonna love to see Pacheco and him as a 1-2 combo. That's gonna be such a good combo.
Absolutely,
they run so similar.
I'm just shocked that he's always available and cheap. It's not like he's coming at his high price tag. Like teams are just like picking them up for nothing.
I don't really get it either.
I don't, man.
Our boy Jarek.
Hey, Jarek, dude, how are you, man?
The MVP front runner.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
Hey.
You know what? I'll tell you this, though. I will say this on that, even though I don't think it matters that much. I would say he's definitely up there. I would say he's in the running. I don't think it's. I think it's closer than maybe what people think right now at this point, especially after today, after Lamar's loss, and the Ravens aren't really playing. They're losing to some pretty bad teams, right? Like, just throwing that out there too.
Pittsburgh's a good team, but they've lost.
Cleveland is not. Raiders are not.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm just saying
the Browns are not.
Yeah, the Browns aren't good. The Raiders aren't good. But Pittsburgh.
No, Pittsburgh was a tough. Yeah, it was. But they didn't get a lot going today for an MVP. I'm just throwing that out there. He didn't play like an MVP today, so
he did not.
And he had a chance to tie it up.
Down Derrick Henry, and if you can shut down Derrick Henry, you can shut down that offense.
Yes, which we need to figure out how.
Well, we're about to get some of our linebackers back and our defensive linemen back, so hopefully
that will help.
Be helpful.
That will help. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, if it ends the way it's supposed to, if it ends the way it is today, right, where we end up with the 2 seed, and they end up, late, and they get there, and then they make the second round, we won't get them. The Chiefs will get them.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that
we may
will
not
be a
even
dogfight.
see them.
Yeah, that might be.
We would get either the Texans or Pittsburgh.
By the way, the 49ers lost today
on a last-second Geno run.
Yes, man.
12 seconds to go.
49ers. What is going on there, too? Yikes.
I saw that, yeah. Super Josh put the Bills on his back and won this game. He did. For most of this year, Josh hasn't had to go, Superman. He did today, and it worked out.
I will say this, though. I didn't think it was all Josh, though. Like, Josh didn't have to go complete Superman, like just take over. I thought a lot of players stepped up today. I really do. Like, a lot.
Shakir,
like
Samuel, Cooper.
Yes.
I mean, even Knox. Knox was 4 for 40.
In the beginning, before they poked him in the eye and kind of messed him up. Yeah.
I mean, Josh's interception was because Knox stopped running on a play.
Yeah. That was a clunky, it wasn't executed right. And I don't know what was going on there with Knox. I know he got jammed up, but then he just stopped running.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was doing.
And Josh was going to him as a little floater.
As a fade or whatever. Yeah. Float. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
miscommunications happen. That's fine. If those are the picks that Josh is having, those miscommunication ones that, aren't just dumb decisions, I'm okay with that.
Me too. Yeah, I understand.
Josh has 5 picks on the year. All of them could have been prevented. They were either miscommunications.
2 of them were his fault.
Yeah, 2 of the 5 were his fault.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
the other ones,
I'm with you there.
Shit happens. They said, how many catches did Kelsey have?
He did not have a good game. Yeah.
2 for 8.
He had a poor game today. We absolutely did. And we normally don't. Yeah, we normally have fits.
Mm-hmm.
Now, their other tight end, though, you see what happens, though, sometimes, though? I will say this. When you pay attention.
4 for 23, 2 touchdowns. He didn't have a great game.
Not a great game, but right, because you're paying attention to Kelsey more than, So he's gonna draw that attention, is all I'm saying.
Listen, we gave up less than 200 yards passing. Mahomes threw for 196.
Yeah, it's wild, right? I mean, that's not a Mahomes type of game.
No,
our like I said, man, I don't think. Listen, here's the deal. I don't think our defense is elite by any standards, but I think our defense is very sound, and the turnovers are what's really helping this defense this year. Like, we lead the league, and it's not even close. And turnover.
We have 9 straight games.
Yeah.
That we have a turnover.
Yeah, it's wild. Like, and that's huge, right? So that means a lot for this defense right now.
Dwight, you're not wrong. We switched when we played man. We shut them down.
We did. Yep.
Like, we are a good man team, and we were sending blitzes and getting there. Like, I don't understand why we don't play this type of defense more often.
I would like to see it more. Absolutely. Absolutely. Play physical. Play man. Play at the line at times. You don't always have to play soft zone.
We played soft zone to start, and then we switched to man in the second half.
That's what I'm saying. But it's rare. That's very rare. We normally don't do that. We play scared type defense, soft zone, giving up way too much cushion.
Yeah, Roy, I think you'll see Josh stop sliding once the playoffs start.
I actually think it's very smart. He knows where he's at. He understands he's not taking that now.
He's also been hurt a couple times this year by taking unnecessary hits.
Yeah. Now look at the last play, right? He could have slid at some point. He knew they were coming through.
He wanted to get that.
He said, yeah, so I get it. Like the game is on the line there, but with a lot of time on the clock, left in the game, do the right thing. I'm with him on sliding. And by the way, if you look at the Pittsburgh game today, Justin Fields almost cost him on a slide because he didn't know where he was on the field. That's one thing Josh does well, Mikey. He knows where he's at before he slides. Like, he's not going to slide prior to the first. Like, most of the time, he understands where he's at on the field before he takes a slide.
Yeah, and we can agree to disagree on this, but Josh was giving Knox a one-on-one opportunity to go up and get the ball. It wasn't like he was going to be wide open, but it was going to be a contested catch he was giving him. And Knox stopped. I'm sorry, but that's on Knox. Your quarterback trusts you to keep going. You keep going.
He did stop. Now, I would say, though, so let me.
Would have been successful? Who knows? You know, and if it did get picked and it was still a bad pass, at the end of the day, he could have tackled him. Either way, Knox shouldn't have stopped.
Okay, but I'll throw something out there, though. I agree with that as well, but the play call was shit. That was a shit play call. The play call
was bad.
Fourth down, you call something better.
The execution was bad. The offensive line got blown up on that play.
Yeah,
Josh threw it up to Knox to give him a one-on-one, and just Knox stopped.
Because how many times I've never even seen us do a play like that. Like, just lob it to the right like that. You know what I mean? Like, that was a awkward play call, bro. It just was a weird, funky. I didn't like it.
Yeah, the graphic showed where that we're 18th overall in yards.
Correct. That's right.
In yards.
That is right.
But we're like top 4 in scoring defense.
And turnover. The turnover is right.
Turnover and scoring huge. That we're top. We're one of the top defenses in. But overall in yards, in yards we're not great because we give up a bunch of yards and then we bend, but we don't break.
Yeah, we're in the middle of that. We're in the middle of most categories on yards. Yards passing, our defense is middle pretty much of the pack. Rushing, we're pretty much middle of the pack. But the points per game, we're 9th. So not bad. You know what I mean? So we make up for it with the points per game.
Are we that low? I thought we were top 5.
No. Los Angeles Chargers, 13.1. Pittsburgh, 16.2. Vikings, 17.4. Broncos, 17.7. Chiefs, 17.9. Eagles, 17.9. Bears, 18.6. Lions, 19. Buffalo Bills, 19.3.
Okay.
So that's
2 receptions, 8 yards, Connor.
Now, turnovers. You want to hear the turnovers? We're number 1.
Let me hit this.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Kelsey had 2 catches, 8 yards. I've seen it like 3 or 4 times in the chat, so I want to make sure I get it out there.
Oh, okay, that's all right.
Kelsey across the board. Yeah, you had 2 for 8. That was it. On 4 targets.
So, yep. So Buffalo's number 1 in takeaways, by the way. We have 19. Yeah. The next closest team is... No, I'm sorry. We're second in takeaways. Minnesota's 20 total. We're 19. Packers 19. So that's how that goes with turnovers. So
defense broke when it decided to bend today. It did. It broke. But we're also playing the two-time defending Super Bowl champions who are really good. We're not always gonna, not break, and sometimes we break. The difference was our offense showed up today.
That's a very tough team.
6, 10, 0, 14. Our defense went 0, 14, 0, 7.
Let me
at the end of the day, it was a really good, solid game all the way through. It's our best game that we had across the board.
Here's the stats for you, Mikey, if you want to go through them.
Mahomes 23 of 33, 196, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Josh 27 of 40, 262, 1 and 1. Josh 12 for 55 and a touchdown. Like, our running game did not get going at all.
No,
we still rushed for 100 yards, but that's because Josh had half of it.
All right, it wasn't existent.
we got like got 99 from the other guys.
I mean, Cook did have 2 TDs, but the
we got 49 from the other guys. We got 49 from the other guys, and
yikes,
9? And 19 carries. We got 49 yards from them. Yikes. Hunt was 14 for 60. I'm surprised they didn't run Hunt more.
I know.
He was getting 4, 5, 6 yards a pop every time.
I agree.
But we had 3 touchdowns rushing, and that's the key.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. You want me to go down more?
Yep.
All right.
Worthy led their team with 4 for 61 and a touchdown. Shakir was 8 for 70, which he does every freaking week.
Every week.
Samuel was 5 for 58 and a touchdown. It was great to see Samuel get in the end zone.
Yep.
D-Hop 3 for 29 on 4 targets. Watson 2 for 26. Cooper 2 for 55. Cooper's 2 were huge too. They were
big plays, bro.
Third and long plays, clutch catches.
Yep.
Noah Gray 4 for 23 with 2 touchdowns. Knox 4 for 40. Like overall, we dominated.
I thought Mac Hollins even made a couple big plays in this game.
Both of them were for first down catches.
Yeah,
and clutch first down catches.
Clutch, to keep the drive going too. So
Zach Davidson had a really clutch first down catch.
He did. Yeah, that was a nice catch.
Didn't I call that one on Friday?
You did. I didn't think. Right when I saw him, like, Mikey.
I called that one on Friday. Kelsey only had 4 targets the whole game.
Boy, he threw to a lot of receivers, though. Mahomes, look at how many target. Everybody had a target there.
11 different guys.
Yeah, crazy, Mo. I mean, Josh threw it to a lot of people too. Yeah, but damn. Yep. Nah, here's no fumbles.
Nope.
There's
no
defense.
Fumbles. Defense. Terrell Bernard had a day, dude. He
did.
He was all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Johnson played really well. Rapp with the pick and then some solid tackling back there.
Yep.
Damar was, Damar.
Right. Right. Nothing special, but nothing terrible. Right?
Nope. He was just Damar.
Yeah. Just Damar.
AJ, I thought AJ did well. He didn't get a lot of pressure, but he played the pass really well. Got his arms up in some.
Yeah, in a couple plays.
He rushed smart. Stayed disciplined. Dorian, I felt bad for him. He got locked up on receivers today.
Yeah, he
did. The Worthy touchdown, he got locked up, and
that was their goal. That was their goal. Yeah,
they
picked on him a little bit.
Yep. Cam Lewis, I thought Cam Lewis played really well.
He was close to getting an interception to the house at that on that last drive. I mean, man, he was so close, bro.
Yeah,
so close.
Catkins, can you imagine what a headache our offense is going to be once all our weapons are healthy? It'll finally be a nightmare. It can be. I'm excited to get Coleman back and Kincaid back and get all these guys together. It'll be real nice,
Yep.
Codrington, I thought smart decisions, some good returns, set us up well.
He's solid, bro.
I thought Martin punted well today.
He did too. Sam did. Sam did his
got
job
high
today.
enough to be down and around and
absolutely
fair catches. Outside of passes, missed extra points. I thought special teams played really well.
Yeah, no doubt. I thought they did.
3
they did their job.
26, long of 47. Like he did his job.
Absolutely.
He had two of the 3 inside the 20. Can't ask for. You can't. Gotta be excited about that.
No, we got to see Punt Guy today. Did okay. Yeah. Nothing crazy, but he had a one solid solid kick. But yeah, overall, man, I thought it was an overall good performance by both sides today. I thought both sides complemented each other. They helped each other out. I thought the defense stepped up when the offense wasn't doing too hot, and I thought the offense stepped up when the defense gave up some points. You know what I mean? Like it was a good balance there for the offensive defense. Because think about it, the defense let them score quick, right? We were up 9, then we're up only 2. The offense responded. The offense could have got shut down, right? But they did their part, and that's what I liked that. Like that's what I liked a lot today. Like they helped each other out a lot when one wasn't doing too well.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. And I'm with Spin. I wish they would use Cook more in route concepts.
Forget screens. That's not happening.
Yeah. But even like the little dump off.
I agree.
It was last minute. He only gets 1 yard. Like there was no scheme to get him.
No wheel routes. We don't do those anymore. What happened to that? They worked. I don't know why we just went away from it.
We didn't use them today.
We don't really use them a lot anymore. Like, I don't get why we aren't using our running backs more. I don't.
I want to hit this because I thought this was key. Some of these stats, first downs, we out first down the Chiefs 24-19. Third down efficiency, we were 9 of 15. The Chiefs were 5 of 10. Fourth down efficiencies, we were 1 of 2. They were 0 for 1. That's a big stat. We ran 71 plays to their 52. Overall, 34-25. We out Chiefs the Chiefs today. We did to the Chiefs what the Chiefs do to everybody else and just hold the ball.
Yep.
All day long. It was beautiful. Penalties, 3 for 24. This is the cleanest game the Bills have had in a long time. Chiefs were 6 for 57. They were 3 for 3 in the red zones. We were 3 for 4. I thought overall rushing, we held them to 78 yards rushing. Our horrible run defense held them to 78 yards rushing. We outrushed them. We outthrew them. Total yards 366 to 259. When all these show up, this is the score that should show up on the board.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we out Chiefs the Chiefs today.
Absolutely. I'm with you.
But I was excited. A lot of really good play today. I don't know if I told everyone in the chat, but Tommy was ahead of me by like 15 seconds. So he was sending me texts like all my game day nervousness was out the window because Tommy told me what happened before it happened. So I just got to watch it and enjoy it. Whether it was good or bad, there was no nervousness coming from me at all because I always knew what was happening.
I'm Prison Mike.
Prison Mike felt very calm today.
Yeah, he did. Oh man,
there was nothing to be nothing to be upset about. I watched it. I went into the game knowing one way or the other, unless we got blown out, I wasn't taking anything away from this. So it was beautiful that we didn't have to worry about that.
Exactly. I'm with you.
Oh man. Yeah, that led to the second TD for Gray. Samuel was the 11th different receiver to catch a TD pass this year. I think the record's 13. Yeah. I wonder if we'll get to 13. Because who hasn't caught one on a team yet? We'll need because Morris did. Knox has Knox caught one yet? Because we'll need some other guys to come up and catch one. Yeah, they called him for PI, wrapping his arms around his waist. Yeah. Vaughn got another sack, which was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Vaughn just keeps getting sacks. I don't know. I think it was clean. It was close. There was a lot of close things today, called or not called. Gordonton's been so close to getting one to the house, man, and he's gonna get one at some point. He's gonna get one.
Too. I do.
I'm so comfortable with him back there.
Yeah, very rare he makes a mistake like the one he did last week when he fumbled the ball. Luckily, we got it. Other than that, man, he's been very solid, very smart.
This is a great question from Roy. On that 4th and 3, do you think McDermott didn't trust Bass from 51? And I just think he's being aggressive.
Man,
I don't think he didn't trust him. I think McDermott was just being aggressive.
You know what, Roy? Though I'm so funny that he says this, Mikey, because I almost text you, and I'm like, I'll leave it alone. I almost text you saying, I wonder if McDermott didn't go for it because after the missed PAT on that. I almost did it, but I'm like, no, maybe because then I thought about it. Maybe he's just being aggressive. But I will say this though,
coach now he changed his
stripes. But at the same time, maybe too, maybe I don't know. That's a tough one, but I would think he's just being aggressive because he was aggressive the whole game. So
yeah, and he's been aggressive most of this year on those 4th downs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wish if he knew he was going to go for it, I wish we would have just quarterback sneaked it twice. Right. I said the same thing about the last one. And then Josh took off and ran for a 26-yard touchdown to seal the game. Right. I'm like, what kind of dumbass play call was that? And then he kept him out there. I'm like, oh, this is ballsy.
Yeah.
And it worked. At the end of the day, Josh made him look like a genius. Where he probably remembered the kick from the playoffs and just decided to have the balls and go for it. That very could have been it too. Dwight Crazy how they did not review the drop that was
talked
rule
about
to
that.
catch. Yeah,
I don't get it. I really don't. I've seen a lot of plays get reviewed that weren't like that. You know what I mean? Like really weird. It was just odd to me, like that they didn't even attempt to look at it.
Ooh, this is good from Connor. Do you guys think we would have won without Cooper? No. Cooper made 2 really solid clutch catches, and just his presence out there changes the way they guard,
changes everything,
here and everybody else.
Changes
like
everything.
His presence changes everything.
And he's not even 100%. So thank God for the bye week.
Yeah.
Because once he gets rolling, this offense I think will look even smoother. It'll be better ran with him out there. So
isn't that crazy, Spin? We weren't happy with our offense and we dropped 30. And we still have complaints about our offense. There are teams in this league, if they listen to us, being like, you selfish bitches.
It's true. I don't even think we complain. It's not like I keep telling you. Listen. It's not complaining. It's just we have to clean.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we have to fix.
Say we're not happy with it.
That's not true. But that's not. I'm not saying I'm dissatisfied with our offense. Our offense has been scoring 30 points or close to it, like most of the season. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Imagine if we got out to better starts. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like how this offense would be, how many more points we could put up, and we can do that. That's all I'm saying. It's nothing to do with me hating the offense or this team. Just we got to clean some stuff up. Is all I'm saying.
Group forced 2 of both of the sacks, Jessica. I believe he had. I believe he forced the first one where Bernard was spying, and when he spun off, he was there. And then the second one, I believe, Group forced him to step up, which then Vaughn spun off his guy, got him, and then Oliver came over the top. So yeah, Groot was a menace today.
Right.
He doesn't show up in the stats, but he was a menace today. He shows up in the advanced stuff.
Yep. So by the way, we're 3rd in the league in points at 29. The Ravens are at 31.8, the Lions at 31.6, and Buffalo at 29. By the way, these are all going to change because these aren't up to date.
Today's, yeah.
Correct. And the Lions scored 50 something. They will probably pop up to the number 1 spot, and the Ravens might be below us. It depends. They might be just by it, like just ahead of us. But yeah, so we definitely are up there, but we can do better, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I agree, and we'll continue to get better as we get more of our guys back too. Yeah. Now people can't talk crap about us not beating anyone with a winning record. They'll still find a reason to talk crap about us.
Yeah, I have no problem. Yeah, like I said, once again, it's just stupid stuff.
That was 100% a drop. I don't disagree with that either.
It looked like he dropped it.
Who needs 2 hands, right?
Great catch.
It was a pretty ball, too. Like, he put it on the money.
Right, yeah. Exactly.
But that's why you go out and get a guy like Cooper for plays like that.
Absolutely.
They come up with a new excuse every week not to view a key play in the game. Yeah, the refs are the way the refs are. Well, twice I've seen easy TDs.
He definitely was open on the one play, Callie, but the problem was Josh was under pressure so much at that point he had to make a throw.
By the time he came open,
exactly.
when he came across the field, by the time he came open, though, he couldn't get it to him.
Exactly. It's easier for us. Yeah, it's easier for us to sit back like after like go, oh, because I've even made that mistake. You know what I mean? But you got to really go back and look at the play and understand, man, he only has so much time before he gets sacked or hit.
He's going through his progressions, and at some point where the progression is, that's where he's going to go with the ball.
Exactly, and you have to make a decision. You eventually have to make that decision. Yeah, every quarterback has that clock.
One of them, Josh was looking on the other side of the field, and he was wide the hell open over here.
Yes, I agree.
He was on a different side of the field than where Josh.
Yeah, that would have been very tough. Yeah, and that would have been tough.
Yeah, it happens. My favorite play call was on first down when Allen had Morris deep. Yeah, that was a beautiful. He set that up beautifully. Josh just underthrew him. He put too much air under it and came up short.
Yep, he had him.
He didn't throw. But that was right after he got checked for a wrist injury too.
Yeah.
Yep. More not happy with the lack of first down production. Yeah, I have an issue with our execution today. You know, our offensive line got their ass whipped all day in the run game.
Oh, you can't. That's what we're talking about. Like, we're happy with the points, and we're happy with the win. We're happy the offense is still. But those are what we're talking about. You can't continue on playing like you can't have third and longs. Like, you got to clean some of that up. Is all we're saying. And this offense will start to really click if we do that.
Any word on Dawkins? Dawkins went back in the game, Callie.
I think he'll be all right.
You know, I think he's going to be okay. They're probably going to do a lot of treatment over the next week during his off.
Yep.
You know, have him do.
He got rolled up on.
Go. Yep. I think he'll be okay. Brady needs
oh, man.
Andrew. Runs. Yeah. Amy says, Mikey, you were undecided on the KC and 49er games, having us Mafia losing one of them. Do you still think that after our bye, we lose to a 5-5 team in the Niners? I don't think so. I think we beat the Niners. We said going into this 4-game stretch where we had Chiefs, Niners, Rams, Lions, right? I think that's the 4-game stretch. We said we'd be happy with a 2-2 record. Beating the Chiefs, because I had us losing to the Chiefs.
I had us losing to the Niners, and I'm totally going to change that.
Yeah. I had us losing to the Chiefs. I could, if we're 2-2 after that, I think we're in a good spot.
Yeah.
There's a good chance we can go 3-1, 4-0.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think the Rams looked all that great today either.
What up, Andrew? Hey, Andrew, I tried calling you. I think your phone, you got a different phone. Hit me up, man. Hit me up when you can.
What happened to the replay? To a replay? Yeah. The sky jet. You're talking about our replay guy. Yeah. He had a bad day. Sometimes they have bad days.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
I hope one of the beat reporters asked that question. What the hell were you looking at?
I would love to know, because I didn't see any. I'm like, I was shocked they even challenged that. I'm like, that was clean. Like, there was nothing about that play that I saw that deemed a challenge. So
yes, Spin. I agree 1,000% on this. Brady needs to adjust his progression order and make Samuel higher on the progression order if that's the case. That because Josh is just going through his progressions, and those are built in by our offensive coordinator. So I agree 100%, and that's something that they work on, you know, during the weeks. So I think with the way Samuel looked today, because he was moving really well in and out of his breaks, he looked quick again for the first time all year.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was the Samuel I saw in Carolina and Washington for the first time. Like we need to move him up in the progression order. I do agree with that 1,000%. Absolutely. Can't challenge in under 2 minutes. No, we can't. McDermott asked them to go look at it, and I think one of the things people said that they said that the sky judge or whatever looked, and they weren't going to. I don't believe that. Yeah, I think that's horse shit. That's bad. I think that's just the CBS commentary, you know, trying to cover for them. Yeah, that's horse shit, guys. Good thing we got like I said, I've seen so much. I've seen other plays looked at that was, you know what I mean, that it was clear, and that one was not clear catch. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like there was no reason not to at least take a look at it. And they had all the time in the world. It wasn't like they were stopping the Chiefs from running their like. They had a lot of time. Chiefs just called a timeout. They had a ton of time. So I don't get it. Samuel peaking at the right time. And we've talked about that all year. We don't need to peak right now. We need to start peaking as we're heading into the playoffs. We're moving in the right directions from an offensive standpoint and a defensive standpoint. You know, and getting some of these guys back will help as we move in the right direction and peak at the right time headed into the playoffs. That's what we want. Yep. You know, because I you know, we'll see if Baltimore comes back around, but they peaked early and then they've struggled over since the early part of this year. They have, like, they were like rolling people early. And they're just they're not playing the same. They're 2.5 games behind Pittsburgh now. Let me quickly go through the scores, okay? Just real quick before you do that. Oh yeah, yep. Scotty wants his horn. Oh, you're gonna get it. All right, here we go. And here we go.
I love it, man. All right, here goes real quick for the scoreboard. First quarter, Bengals and Chargers 0-0. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter, so that game pretty much just started. Packers. I don't know if you saw this game, Mikey. Whew, did they get lucky?
Yes.
They beat the Bears 20-19 on a blocked field goal to win the game.
Before we move on from that, I thought Caleb played really well today. With that new offensive coordinator, that offense looked way better than it ever looked under Walter.
Against a very good Packers defense, too, by the way. It's a good defense. And you are right. Well. I agree with you. They put up a hell of a fight against a very good team. But an L is an L. I always say that. A win is a win. It's an L is L. And the Packers blocked that field goal. Jaguars got smoked by the Lions today.
It was embarrassing.
52-6. I think the Lions had like 700 yards or something like that. Total yard. Like,
on our fantasy show, we said play all the Lions. Play them all.
Holy shit,
all went off today.
And they weren't. You know what's crazy in this game, Mikey? It was 7-3 after the first quarter, right? You would think, oh man, who knows, right? Nope. They scored 21 in the second, 14 in the third, 10 in the fourth, 52-6. They allowed 3 points. That's it after that first quarter. Crazy, bro. Lions are a tough team. I still say they are the best right now in football, in my opinion.
Lions are up the score. Yeah, they were. They just kept.
They don't give a fuck, bro. I love it. Like I love that mentality. I don't care.
I love Dan Campbell.
Yeah, dude.
He wears his emotion on his sleeves. He does not give a shit.
He's a tight end. I mean, that's what, he was a tight end in football. So NFL. So
yards.
Vikings beat the Titans 23-13. Dolphins beat the Raiders, which I knew they were 34-19. The Rams beat the Patriots. The Patriots gave them a fight, but the Rams came out with an interception on May at the end there. Saints rolled the Browns 35-14. The Colts beat the Jets. Oh, man, the poor old Jets. Jets are terrible, guys. The Steelers beat the Ravens 18-16. Broncos. Man, the Broncos are first. Listen, they are playing pretty good football this year for a 6-5 team.
Last week.
They should. Yes, they got a block 38-6. They steamrolled the Falcons. And I guess this is an upset. Seahawks beat the 49ers in San Francisco 20-17.
That division is cannibalizing itself. They're all just beating each other left and right.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild.
Andrew comes in. This is a fantastic take. Bernard was not there last year in the playoffs, and he was the difference in today's games. Makes the difference, stays in their structure, and takes away Kelsey. You're not wrong. Also, we have both of our corners. We didn't have Benford, or we had a half of Douglas. Like, there was a lot of things in that playoff game to where the Bills were playing with, like, we were playing with our 6-string linebackers. That happens.
By the way, the Dolphins are 72 old. Any guys that are still around,
popping that champagne today.
They are.
My mom, who doesn't follow football, is visiting me, and I was telling her we'd probably lose to this team that's super lucky, but we have battles every time. The night ends in tears of joy. That's right.
Nice. There you go. That's what I like to hear.
And it was a 2-score win for the first time on our end.
Yep. I don't know, Spin. You know what? I kind of feel happier that we gave him the first loss. I'll be honest.
Although we would be the number one seed.
I know. I get it. But it's just like, I'm just glad I don't know why. Like, I get where you're going with it. I do. But at the same time, it's like, I'm just glad that we were able to knock the almighty Chiefs down for their first loss of the season. Because they've been playing, man, they haven't lost a game for a long time, bro. They were on a major winning streak.
Let's take the positive out of this. We were without Milano, Coleman, Kincaid, Brown, Smoot, Carter. We didn't break open the playbook and show them anything new. We were, we were judicial with what we did, and we still won and scored 30 on a defense that hasn't given up 30 in like 30 games.
Absolutely. So you got to give. That's what I'm saying. It was a complete game. This by far for me was the best performance as far as both sides of the ball complimenting each other, helping each other out when one wasn't doing so hot. They picked each other up off the ground. And it mattered a lot in this game, and that's why we won. I mean, honestly, that's why we won. So it was a complete game.
Says no Brown and not allowing no sacks is impressive. Josh is just master manipulator of the pocket and got the ball out.
Good.
Like there was a few times they were hanging on to him and he
They
just got
had
the ball.
him. Boy, they were close.
A few times. Josh just got the ball off.
He just knows how, bro. He knows how to escape, bro. He knows how to break tackles.
So good. He's just so
he's tough to break. He's tough to get. It's tough to get down too. Even when you think you have him, he is like just
gamer
brushing you off. Like
yeah.
he's tough.
Can we give a shout out to Amari Cooper? Made huge catches.
Too. Yeah.
I text Tommy after I listened to him talk this week, and the definition of a pro.
Yeah, he's
just a definition of what you want in a wide receiver. He doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. He's excited about being on this team. He's excited. He's like, it's crazy to show up here and not lose. We haven't lost since I walked through the door. He's like, that's like he just left Cleveland where they were getting smoked.
Dumpster fire.
He's like, we had guys going down left and right, and we're still finding ways to win. It's either the defense picking up the offense, or the offense picking up the defense, or Krajian making some crazy return. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we're just finding ways to win. He's like, I'm excited to get him and Coleman back and Kincaid back and get all those guys together and give Josh more weapons. Oh, by the way, Tommy, what did you think about James Cook? Just wondering.
He ran his ass. He had 2 touchdowns, but overall running, and it really wasn't his fault. I'll be honest with you. I thought the offensive line run blocking was terrible. So I'm not going to really doo-doo on James Cook because it wasn't the greatest James Cook. Like, it wasn't the greatest day from James Cook. However, he got 2 touchdowns. But the running,
guys
and running, one of them, boy, he powered through that motherfucker. But overall, running wise, no, it wasn't even a good performance. But he got but either way, look, man, I don't think anybody was running great today because of the O-line. It was tough. That's tough. They got dominated against a very good front
line.
Yeah, that's a
really
good
good
front, man.
Line.
Yeah, that's tough.
Tommy, what a game! First time at Highmark and leaving it.
Oh wow, you were there. Good for
that
you.
Is amazing. Yeah, he sent us a message saying that yesterday he was boarding a flight to Buffalo.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Hey, bro, awesome, man. I'm glad you had a good time with Bill's Mafia.
What a
game! Abs, and we won. Right? Yep. Not only that, and we won. You're man, dude. Awesome, man. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, Matthew, I'm super stoked. I went in like feeling one way or the other. I didn't care. If we win, great. If we lose, as long as we don't get run out of the building, I'm okay. I'm excited. I'm excited what this team can be. The fact that we dropped a 30 spot on that defense excites me because we didn't have all of our playmakers.
No, and we were missing Spencer Brown too. Yeah, which hurt the O line, and we still put up 30, and we still, listen. Not only that, I thought like I said before, the defense also showed up. It wasn't just the offense; it was a complete game. So I come out of this game going, man, Mikey,
I feel good about my team.
We can go against the best and beat the best. Not only go against them and give them a fight, we can beat them. We could beat the best, okay? And I'm listen, that makes me a very confident Bills fan going forward. If we could just get guys healthy in time for this playoff push, I'll be even more confident when we hit the playoffs that we can get to our destination. I really believe that.
Yeah, and you got to tip your cap to the Chiefs defense. They're so good, and Spags is one of the best to do.
Man, dude, he's phenomenal.
He's so good at scheming shit.
He's locked into. You could see him when they ever go to him. Dude, he's like dialed in. Like he is.
Oh my god! Like when Josh let it run down to the 2 minutes, he was like there until like with 2 seconds left. So he's like, okay, he's not going to run it.
Yeah,
and then he lifted up his thing. Like he is so locked in. Bro, I wish we could have a Spags. Although I do love what our young kids doing.
Sure,
but 2 kids, running the offense and defense.
We do young,
It's awesome.
Yep. It is, and that McDermott's trusting them finally.
Yeah, you know what? I'll give McDermott credit this year. He's letting the kids do their thing.
He seems like he's hands off. He seems like he's hands off so far.
Being the CEO.
Yep,
of the team,
which is good, and he needs to remain that way. Don't change that shit up in the playoffs. Don't take over. Don't do anything stupid. We got a bot in here. I'll take care of that.
Who are we rooting for? I'm assuming the Chargers because the Bengals are kind of serious. Yeah, I'm rooting for the Chargers anyways because I like Herbert
And
I like Harbaugh, and I would love to see them continue to win. And I'm so sick of hearing about Joe Burrow. So if he doesn't make the playoffs, great. I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
I'm not a Burrow fan. I'm just not.
I think Burrow's a good quarterback. I disagree. I disagree. I think he's a tough kid.
I'm not saying he's not good.
Yeah,
I'm just saying I'm not a fan.
I hear you. Listen, he's a totally different quarterback than Josh. Like they are way different in their style of play. But he's a really good quarterback.
Yeah, the Chiefs are the number one in run defense. Chiefs are actually, I think, the number one defense.
They are the number one defense, I believe. Yeah. I'll go back to it, but I believe I'm
pretty sure they're the number one defense overall.
Number one defense. I'll go tell you right now. So number one defense right now. No. Number one defense is Philly in yards per game.
Okay.
For points per game, it's the Chargers. Kansas City is 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth in the league at 17 points.
They're just the number one run defense.
Yeah, so against the run, they are third. Baltimore's number one. Baltimore 73. Really? Yeah, Minnesota 79, and then Kansas City 83.2. Against the pass, they are low. They are, where are they?
Chiefs, yeah, because we threw all over them today.
Yeah, they are like 15th. They're like pretty much in the middle. So they're not the greatest pass defense.
The thing that helps them is, when you make them one-dimensional, you can dial up blitzes and things like that. So
yeah,
that helps.
Yeah, but they're up there. Like they're definitely up there.
They're a really good defense overall.
Yeah.
Yep. And they always find a way to win. At the end of the day, that's all that really matters.
Yep.
Mikey, that's our 7th, 30th plus. And don't forget our 40 burger. That's right. That's right. Chargers TD. Right on, Chargers.
Oh, wow. Okay. There you go.
Chargers
are up. Chargers are up 7-3. First quarter, 3 minutes left.
The reason why I don't want the Bengals to make the playoffs is I don't like Lou Anarumo. He's very much like Spags. He just gives Josh fits. And I don't need to see him in the playoffs.
They're gonna have a tough time, man. Especially if they lose tonight, that's man. That's a rough.
If they lose tonight, because right now they're in 10th.
They go to 4-7.
You know who might sneak in? Miami.
Miami may sneak in, but you know what though? They're going to be going against. Listen, have they played the Jets yet? I don't think they played the Jets yet, right? Or did they play the Jets? I don't think they played the Jets or the Patriots. No, they beat the Patriots barely. They got the Patriots next weekend. The Patriots are a weird team. So they still have some games on their schedule that they can lose. So listen, Miami has the Patriots next week. That is not a for sure win in New England. They got the Packers at Green Bay. That is a tough place to play, right? Then they got the Jets, which they should win, but you never know. It's a division game. Then they go on the road against the Texans, right? They could lose that game. Then they're at then they're home against the 49ers, at Browns, at Jets. So they don't have that easy of a schedule. They got some games coming up, Mikey. They definitely got some games coming up.
I was going to give you the playoff perspective.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, let's get the playoffs.
So right now, KC, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Houston, your 4 division leaders.
Yep, there it is.
Then it's the Chargers, Baltimore, and Denver. Denver right now is sitting at the 7th seed. Miami's behind.
And Denver's playing good. Yeah. By the way, and Denver is playing their best football right now. So I don't know if they're going to slow down. You know what I mean? And Indy is a weird team. Today, I got to say, I thought the Jets would win because Richardson was going in. Richardson actually had a good game today. So maybe they'll turn it around. I don't know.
Tommy, can I ask you something?
Yes.
Is James Cook dynamic?
No. That was very quick answer for you.
Kat, thank you. Which let people like me hang out and talk. Listen, that's what our entire show was built around. Yep. Tommy and I used to be in the chat for all the other shows too. And we decided when we decided to get together and do a show, we're like, it's going to be centered around our chat. We want other people come in and just talk football with us. You know,
yeah, man, it don't go without you.
Yeah, we're not going to be the X's and O's people. We're not going to fly by the seat of our, we're not going to have a structured show like ours is chat based. What you guys want to talk about is what we talk about.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
That's like we don't come in here with any type of actual structure.
Yeah, there is no. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. We have our little segments. Our little quirky things like good, bad, and ugly, and I do my big three on the pregame. Yep. Yeah, but other than that, guys, I'll be honest with you. There is no. Me and Mikey get on here 10 minutes before, 5 minutes before we hit live, and we just really rely on you guys and me and Mikey just talking shit and going with the flow. I mean, so we couldn't do this without you. So we appreciate you guys.
The original, thing was Tailgate Talk.
Tailgate Talk.
That was the name of our show. And it was based off of two dudes, what we would do at a tailgate, sit around and just throw things back and forth at each other, and bring the chat in. That was the entire premise of our show.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thank you for being here.
Yeah, man. Come a long way, man.
Yeah. Two options you are spend. I almost forgot the elation from the Jets losing. I smile every time they lose.
It's wild. I cannot believe I picked them to win today. I can't believe how terrible they are. They're terrible. Their defense, Mikey, I got to be honest with you. I know we're talking about the Jets here, but I think that was a terrible decision by firing Robert Saleh. Their defense has looked worse. Worse, right? Awful. Like, at least their defense was doing something okay before they fired him. Like, now they're giving up points left and right. Bro, that team is dysfunction. Aaron Rodgers won't be back. That is a true definition of a bad dumpster fire of a team that is desperate, making desperate moves, and it backfired big time. And I'm thank God that the Buffalo Bills never got desperate, waited, found their quarterback in the draft, and we went from there. Because you look at this, you look at the Jets, got desperate, went out, made a big trade. Look at the Cleveland Browns, who got desperate, got Deshaun Watson, paid all that money, and look at them. Look at their falls, man. And they got to do it all over again, bro. And
at Roy, Tommy only reads super chats. Mikey just tricks Tommy into thinking the whole chat's not about super chats.
I got another super chat.
Yeah. Here's the problem. Tommy gave me access to run the chat, so I just talk about everything.
That's
Tommy
right.
Tommy will be talking and telling me a point and be passionate about it, and I'll be reading the chat, be like, "Oh, I want to talk about this one." So Tommy will end with a question to me, and I'm like, "I'm going to change the subject."
Yeah, and after every show, I'm like, "You only should answer super chats, Mikey." And he was like, "I'll remember next time, brother."
Yeah. Keep drinking your Corona, brother. Just keep on drinking your Corona.
Remember, only super chats.
No, I love that. We are, anybody is welcome. I like that the females are involved in football.
Absolutely.
Everybody should be. My two that I live with have no interest in it at all.
You know what's funny? Any girlfriend I've ever had could care less or doesn't have a clue what is going on. No. And they're just like, "Hey, I'm just going to go out shop," whatever they did. I'm like, "Cool, I'm staying home watching my Buffalo Bills." So,
yep. I'll be married 24 years this year. We've been together for 26. Time.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow.
And she just leaves me alone on Sundays. Says it's Sunday. He's going to watch football. It's what he does.
Football Sunday. Yeah.
It's football Sunday. Unless the Bills play on Monday or Thursday. And then she's like, okay, he's going to do a show and do his things. And, I don't ask her to watch. She doesn't ask to watch. And it just works for us.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I like that.
And I love that, more and more females are getting involved in football. And
absolutely.
I think it's great for the game. It's great for the game.
By the way, too, real quick before we go on with that, I even on our Thursday, we have which sometimes they don't go live, but they do recordings. Mafia Means Family podcast. We have a 12-year-old mini Mafia. So even kids are getting behind the Bills, liking the Bills, not only that, understanding football.
Yeah.
Right. Not just going, oh, I like the Bills, but they don't really care. You know what I mean? Like, because there's some kids that don't understand the game, but there are some kids that are actually understanding it, learning it. And man, you got to give credit, like Mini Mafia, man. Who, like, listen, he's getting there, man. Right. He's understanding how the game works. So love it, man. Love it.
Daniel, thank you for the super or the chat. You think you're not wrong so far. It hasn't turned out well for us, but we'll see if this year's different.
Yeah, absolutely.
We finally got, Pat in our house and we beat him.
Yeah.
He had been undefeated here. Listen, even Nick Wright says they're not, Pat's not going undefeated against Buffalo in his whole career. They're going to get him at some point and might as well be this year.
Yeah. And that's what we're hoping for. And listen, Daniel, man, we don't talk trash here. We celebrate. We love to win. We understand what the Chiefs are. We understand that we are chasing the Chiefs, and that's a reality. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think every AFC team is doing so. Like, but we are the guys we are the team that gives you the toughest dogfight you will ever be in. And as Chiefs fan, you should know this. And yeah, of course, like you guys have owned us in the playoffs up until this point. And so I can't really talk any kind of and I wouldn't either. But hey, man, we'll see in the playoffs, hopefully.
Yep.
And I think it'll be another dogfight, like they always are. So
you want to know what's crazy? I always feel like the Chiefs fan are the respectful ones. Like it's a respectful rivalry between the two.
Yes. I got to be honest with you. Since we've been doing this, even me, like as I went on 1 year before Mikey came on, I think I started in 2020. I got to say, out of all the fans talking trash, like after games or pregame or postgame, the worst, which is unbelievable, was Minnesota, which I can't believe. And I would say not many others. I got to be honest with you. Maybe some Dolphin fans,
some Miami fans,
but they weren't over some Jets fans, a couple. But like honestly, for the most part, we haven't had too many trolling fans through here.
A few Baltimore fans.
Baltimore, you're right. There was a few Baltimore. Yeah. I agree with that. It wasn't over the top, but there was. But Kansas City, I will say this, even after losses, very respectful.
Yeah.
For the most part, I don't recall a fan going overboard or just going trolling. So yeah, I give you credit, and I hope that Bills Mafia. I can't speak for all of us, but I hope it's the same. You know what I mean? I hope we do the same. I'm sure there's some trolls out there,
but the same way about us as them, because I always feel like even the teams. You know what I mean? Like Josh is friends with Travis and Pat and those guys. Chris Jones says nice things and sticks up for Buffalo when someone talks trash about Buffalo. I just feel like it's a rivalry, but it's a rivalry on the field. It's not like a hated rivalry. It's just those bastards always beat us in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Yes, you are right. They owe Rodgers a lot of guaranteed money next year, and he said he's coming back.
No, so I heard there was a report that it's not accurate. That right now he's undecided. It came from
on the Pat McAfee show, he said, I think so.
Yeah, I know, but then it came out. It was on breaking. It came through yesterday when we were doing our show that supposedly now he's undecided. And I'm going to tell you what. The more losses that get piled up this year, the more doubt.
Either way, they're going to have to eat that massive cap number no matter what he does.
But that's on them. That's on them.
They went all in, and it backfired.
They went all in. Absolutely.
They did what
Cleveland did. Almost. LA, you're right. Yeah.
When they went and got Stafford and just went all in and said F those picks and just kept getting guys. The difference was LA won it. The Jets just
LA won it, and the difference also too is they also kept going and making right decisions in the draft, keeping their coach. Like they did a lot of things.
They drafted late guys, but they also had a better coach.
Like and a better coach
already really good. Solo was had a losing record before.
Shaky. He was shaky. Yeah, he was shaky already. But they already had, like you said, they already had the coach in place. They had things, and they went all in, and they got the job done.
That poor guy. Higgins just can't.
Is he down?
Right now.
Man,
I just can't catch a break right now. Real question is why I'll assume Milano is 85% of peak when he comes back. Can we beat Baltimore?
Lions are the tough one, man. Lions will be the toughest out. I'm gonna tell you right now. The remaining on schedule.
Why does everyone just assume he's only 85%?
I don't know what he is, Mikey. I saw the video. No, mind you,
I saw the video too.
Well, he was definitely.
I also watched Bank of the Bills, who said he looks 1,000% better than he did this, and the hitch that everyone's talking about is the first thing back. He's like he doesn't foresee it being an issue moving.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Forward. It was his first. That's the only one I saw.
Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, here's the deal. He had extra time on that leg injury because of the arm injury. I would assume right now it's more so NFL rust that he has to get past. And I think his leg is fine. I'll be honest with you. I think it just got to stretch it out and go through these practices. But I think I think when he gets on the field, they'll ease him in, but not because he's still kind of hurt, which they should. But I think that's because the NFL, kind of like NFL, they want to make, NFL game ready, NFL shape, whatever they call it.
Yeah. Like you can practice and be healthy. Like being game ready is a different animal.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Dorian's played really well. There's no need to just yank him off the field.
There's no need to rush him off. Is 1,000%. So when he's 100, then you ease him in, and then you slowly but surely get him full time heading into the playoffs. That's how you want to do it. Man, we are getting
85%. Okay, and that's fine. You can expect 85%. I mean. I'm expecting closer to 95% of Milano, but I also think he may be 85 when he walks onto the field, and he'll just get better and better as the season goes on.
Yeah. That's how I see. I see.
So I'll give you that. But what makes me feel confident? Baltimore, I feel confident because we shut down the run today. We've shut down the run a lot since that Baltimore game. We kind of did things to do different.
We've done well. We've done better.
Yeah,
I don't know if we totally shut it down. Yeah, but we've done better.
But at the same time, the Lions scare me because they have multiple backs.
The Lions are stacked, bro. From on both sides of the ball.
If you can get to Goff and frustrate him early,
yes, that is the key. That is the key when it comes to Goff. He is your
offense. If you can rattle him early, the Lions he makes mistakes. Yeah, he makes mistakes.
Yeah, and he makes mistakes. He's slow as shit. He's not going anywhere. He is the definition of pocket passer. That motherfucker. I think Stafford is faster than Goff. Goff is slow as shit. So get to Goff, man.
Yeah, and Roy, I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to play him sparing, throughout in packages and things until he gets healthy and game ready, and then he'll fill in, and Dorian will be the package guy, and he'll be ready for the playoffs. I think ultimately that's what they're doing. They're doing kind of the same thing with Vaughn. They're limiting his snaps to have him healthy for the playoffs.
And gear him up. Yep.
Yeah, I bet you in the playoffs you're going to see a lot more of Vaughn than you are in the regular season.
Is 85% Milano better than Dorian?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say so because he's.
I love Dorian, but he's so much better of a
pass coverage
guy. Like Dorian's as good is probably better run defender than Milano is, but Milano's such like six times the pass defender that Dorian is.
And I think Milano's smarter as far as like knowing the defense. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Dorian's dumb.
Where to be. You have to remember Milano's impact's going to help Terrell too. Because we saw what they looked like those first few weeks together, and they were phenomenal. And then they
were the best 1-2 punch. Correct.
So I'm excited to see that again. Extra innings left, perfect time for our bye. Yes, I'm loving that too. Lions have a good O-line, don't they?
They have the best O-line, not a good. They have a great.
I think they lost one of their guards today.
I'm not sure. I have to go look. I think it was somebody on the. I thought somebody on the defense they lost.
Defense? Okay. I knew they lost someone for like 6 to 8 weeks.
I don't know who it was, but I heard because on the news.
It was one of their stout linemen.
And it's a good player too, they said. Yeah. I'm not sure who it is, but
6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah. I wonder who it was.
Panay Swell is dude, that dude is a monster at right tackle.
Mm-hmm.
He was the best left tackle coming out, and they put him at right, and he became the best right tackle. 7-6. Yeah, we get to enjoy a victory Monday. It's bye week coming off of a big win, so we don't have to sit around and wait 2 weeks till we play again to get off that losing taste out of our mouth. Who saw 9-2 coming into the bye? I did not.
Yeah, I didn't.
Who saw 9-2 after we lost those back-to-back games to Baltimore and Houston?
Yeah,
as a linebacker, they lost for 6 to 8 weeks. Okay. Linebacker Azzalone?
Is that who's hurt? Yeah. I don't know. Is that what they're saying?
The chat's telling me. Spins all over that stuff. My thought is the Bills will play a lot more base when Milano's back with Tron playing safety. Possibly. I would love to see that. Let Hamlin be the one to take off the field. I'd be good with that.
Mm-hmm.
Please let that be the case.
I think I did see us 11-0 actually when we did our.
You did. You did.
I had us losing to the 49ers.
I think I had us 8-3 at the bye because I had us losing this game.
Yeah.
Remember
I had us undefeated.
I had us going 13-4 or 12-5.
I had us losing 2 games. I think I said the 49ers. I had the 49ers, and I said we would lose the last game because we would rest everybody because by then we would already locked up our the division. And by the way, that could still happen. But the Jets are. I think who do we play last game? Who do we play last game? The Patriots, right? I'm pretty sure.
We played. I think the 2 of the last 3 games we played Patriots. It's the Patriots, Jets.
Patriots. You're right. Patriots, Jets, Patriots. Oh, geez, I guess the worst.
Yeah.
Still division games.
So as become of custom, before we get out of here, here's our division, guys.
Yeah, and just
5 games up. 5 games up in the division, with what? 7 to play, 6 to play. 6 to play. We're 9-2. That's 11. So we have 6 to play.
We got
5 games up with 6 to play.
Yep, we got 49ers, Rams, Lions, Patriots, Jets, Patriots. So yeah,
5 games up with 6 to play. That means in week 12 we have a chance to clinch.
Correct, and I think the Dolphins are going to.
We could be on a bye, and
you're right, potentially, yeah, crazy.
But huh? I think week 12 or is it 13 that when we play the Niners, if we beat the Niners, I think we clinch.
Yeah, week 13 that would be.
Yeah.
So we're on week 11 now. I got once. Listen, I got to play this because we're not going to hear this for
9-1 undecided between KC and the Niners. Yep.
So I'm gonna play this for y'all because it's going to be a little bit before we hear it because of the bye.
Feels are happening now. They're making it happen now. You got the spirit. A lot of stuff.
Oh, Mikey doesn't hear it.
Got the spirit. Just watch it happen now. The feels make me wanna.
It's okay, Roy.
Yeah. So there we go, guys. I had to give you that.
It's okay, Roy. To be, you set your bar low. You set your expectation low and be happy with the overachievers.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. It's okay to be that way.
It's 7 already.
SFV just strength of victory just skyrocketed after this game. It did. The Bills are guaranteed a winning season. They have, no matter what, they've guaranteed a winning season. Josh's 4th down run MVP moment or no? I think it definitely helps because those were the type of things against the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs to clinch to seal the game. Those are the moments you need it in those MVP votes. You need those type of plays.
Yep.
Look
at that. Yes, Princess. She's the best, isn't she?
Yeah. All right, Tommy, let's wrap this up and get on out of here. We'll be back tomorrow night to talk more about this game, do good, bad, and ugly, and all those fun things.
Okay.
I'll take the Josh Allen. Okay.
Okay.
Prison Mike.
Yeah, Prison Mike. Let me drop a Prison Mike before we lose this because
I'm Prison Mike.
I'm Prison Mike.
All right, guys. Anyways, it was fun kicking it with you guys as usual. Till tomorrow. We'll be back till tomorrow. Oh, we'll be back tomorrow at 9. You don't want to miss that. Good, bad, and ugly. There's not a lot of ugly, but I'm sure Mikey will find something. Anyways, guys, Bills Mafia. Oh, well, you want to read some more?
Yeah, it says, remember the guy you had on the show in the offseason said the Bills will have 7 losses. Who did we have on in the offseason that said we had 7 losses?
We had somebody on the show that said 7 losses. We had a few guests.
We had a bunch of guests on.
Jarek, maybe? Did Jarek say 7?
Or was
Jarek's
it Nickel City guys?
No, I don't think so. Who would have been down on the team that we had as a guest? I don't know. That's a great question. You'll have to refresh your memory if you remember the name. I don't recall.
I had us 14-3. Tommy had 16-1.
16-1.
Amy was 14-3. Scott was 99-0. Scott was 20-0. He thought we'd go undefeated on the PC.
Yeah.
Amy's gonna keep us honest with our record predictions.
Oh my God.
Spin out.
All right. We're out of here, man. Thanks a lot, Bills Mafia. You guys rule. And as always, go Bills. We're out of here. Peace. Mikey, hit us with the Go Bills, man. There you go.
Figure out my headset.
Yeah. Mikey's all messed up. All right, later.
I am.